All right, guys, we're back out to the spot. Now, last year I caught a coyote pretty much where my bucket is, if you can see it right there. Caught a coyote right there, and then way down the other end of this field, caught another coyote. There's a gentleman that's been hunting over here. These tree stands over there. I'm trying to stay out of his way. He sent me a picture. I'm going to put that picture up right now. So here's the picture. In that picture, there are 3 coyotes in the same frame, which for where I trap, that's pretty unusual. We don't have a whole bunch of coyotes running around, so getting 3 in the same frame, it's pretty unique. So definitely this area, for whatever reason, has been turning up for the coyotes. So I'm going around and I'm setting traps, and I'm going to try something weird here. I'm going to make it a part of another video, but the special bait. So this is just going to be my flat set. This is what worked for me. There's a real good trail, if you can see it going through here. So I'm going to set a flat set right there. And then I've got 2 sets over here. The lures that I'm going to put in this flat set, let me show you. I've got, what determines whether or not it's a flat set is just, is your set even with the ground? Are you making big, huge dirt holes? Are you trying to get them to stick their head in a hole? That's kind of the whole idea. I see a lot of different people name them different things. This is how I call a flat set, just my set's even with the ground. I don't have any depression. I put it on a trail. It's almost a walk-through set. But on this side, I've got a little hole. On that side, I got a little hole. The 2 baits I'm going to use Black Gold Predator Lure from Hoosier, which I say it a lot. Hoosier is a really good company. And I'm going to use Autumn Addiction from Sawmill. Every year, I've been adding a little bit more Sawmill to my line, and I like it. I like the results that I get. So Autumn Addiction on one side, Black Gold, both are going to be on that side because the wind is either coming from this direction or from this direction. So I've never caught it going the other direction here. So that'll be that set. I haven't done it yet, but I'm just going to put that lure on Q-tips and drop them down the hole. And then over here by my truck, I've got 2, which I'm going to put a camera on it. I've got a goofy bait that I'm going to put in this hole, just kind of a question I've always had. I'll show you here in a second. So this is more of your typical dirt hole style. It's a little bit more trenched out. It's got a dip and a depression where the trap is. I'm using wax sand this year. It looks a little bit different, so I hope that doesn't bite me. Sometimes that does. Then over here, I've got another set made in front of that rock. Going to be a little hole under that rock. I'm going to put lure set of the bait. And over here, I'm going to run Dunlaps. It's going to be a Dunlap set, all Dunlap stuff. So I'm going to put Time of Death mouse meat bait in that hole, along with Red Fox Matrix lure, and then also Hot Shot Red Fox on the rock. So, well, guys, I got something to mess with both these traps. I'm hoping my camera is going to enlighten me on what it is. So I don't know what did it, but they got it for sure. So I'm going to make my hole a little bigger. I'm going to put it a little deeper. They got that trap out without setting it off. We'll get that thing replanted and ready for business. This is the second time this trap has been dug up, and I'm starting to think I got a contamination problem because I got 3 traps in this location. I got that trap there. Looks like I got fox scat on the trail. I got a trap here that also got dug up, and I got this trail set over here that looks like something got in it for a brief moment and then got out. So 3 traps in one location, and they all got figured out. This one might have been just a animal crossing down the trail and just stepped on it. Little bit of fur in there, but not enough fur for me to tell what it is. So I'm gonna get this trap reset, get those traps reset. I'm gonna see if it's the cotton, the stuff I'm jamming underneath my pan. I think that might be it. And I think I'm gonna plant another trap on this trail with no scent. Just a regular trap, just put it down. So get to work, rebait. All right, so I threw another blind set in on that trail. It's probably 20 foot away from the other one that's got double dirt hole. I'm gonna go rebait these guys, but no bait for that, just blind set. Hopefully pays off and we can figure out who my trap thief is. The digging makes me think raccoon, but the consistency over and over again. 3 traps and not getting caught, that doesn't seem to be what a raccoon can do, but I've seen crazier things. Let's move on. All right, guys, so I was talking about how I've been setting these traps up, and it's just like everything I do, they get dug up by, and I claimed that I thought it was a fox, so I put a blind set in. So here you go. That's what my set looks like, pulled apart, just like that. We look over here at the blind set that I just put in. What do we got in it? By the back foot, pretty little red, and we're gonna be taking care of this guy. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this has been one of my little trap thieves. Let me go check this one over here. Yep. So I don't know if there was another critter with it, but look at that, completely exposed to my trap. Completely. But right here, we got a red fox in the trap. So I guess it's got a mate, and that mate probably knows what's going on. So we're gonna get this guy or girl taken care of. I can't tell quite yet, but canine number 1. And like I said, I believe this was my thief, so we're gonna get him taken care of. Pretty cool though, getting on the board with something. Yeah, let me show you the remake on where I caught the fox. I just made it a walkthrough. So trap's right there. And I just took all the duff that fox dug up from spinning around and just slid it to the side, so the trail still remains. But right there in that spot, I'm trying to get him to step through there. Now it probably smells just like red fox. They might not run through it, but I'm hoping it's not enough to scare them. And this next trap right down the trail that it dug up, I'm gonna get all that cotton underall from underneath of it out of it, because I think it's contaminated. I think that's what's causing my problem, because that's what it keeps digging out. And see if we can't get back to some sort of regular trapping over here at the farm. So that one I'm just gonna set. I'm not gonna add any more lure. I'm just gonna pull that cotton stuffing out of there, and we'll move on. Hopefully there's no more diggers like that, but we'll find out in the next couple days. That fox ended up being, looks pretty young. I'm not saying it's an old fox, but looks like she's a female. So I know that I think 2 years ago there was another guy trying to trap back there. I know that currently right over this hill on the other farm there's another guy trapping. So these canines that I'm running to over here, boy, they seem to encounter lots of trappers. And I'm just wondering if we got a lot of trap smart fox, and you just got to start, I got to start working on ways to outfox them. So yeah, I know that sounds kind of corny, but so I'm just going to leave that one sit, because all it did was try to get that cotton out of there. It never even got to the bait. I jammed that cotton in there on purpose. This trap over here, it didn't do anything with. Obviously this one now smells like red fox, which is beautiful. I think I'm just going to reset it, and no bait, no lure, just leave it on that trail and see. So here it is. Here's the it's my second red fox of the season, and this is the trap that I set a special bait in. The bait that I put in there, and the first half got stolen, second half got played with but never taken, and today we landed a red fox. Now just it's a mud ball, the trap is. The fox itself looks okay, but good looking fox. We'll get this thing taken care of here in a minute. But right over here I caught a red fox the other day. I want to see if this trap got played with. It did not. And then I had this one, kept getting messed with, nothing in it. And I got one across the way behind this red fox. I'll go check it. I wasn't really trying to get reds. I was mainly setting this place up for coyotes, but these reds refused to leave my traps alone. So we'll end up taking care of him, not releasing him. Let's go see. No. So here we are. We're gonna get this red taken care of. Real pretty red. Deep pad catch. Those Bridger number 2s are kind of excessive for a red fox, but like I said, I had this set up for coyotes, so yeah, we'll get this guy taken care of and move on down the line. Now, the stinker about this is, and that I got that other vehicle today, is I don't have my remake kit, so I'm not going to be able to remake the set. Good news is, I got 3 operating traps over here. We've got a lot of muck and mud and just all that good stuff, so that sand, wax sand that I'm using is working. But yeah, we're going to have to probably switch out this trap. I'm going to knock some of the mud off, but I'm not going to be able to reset that thing appropriately without any of my gear, so yeah. Fox number 2. All right, guys, that's going to do it for episode 2. So 2 red fox in this episode. It did pretty good. Trying to get out there and figure out what was going on, what the contamination with my trap was. I'm pretty sure it was the underalls underneath my pan. That's what was causing those fox to dig, because as soon as I started pulling them out, I actually pulled them out and was putting them in the dirt holes, adding no lure, no bait, and it seemed like I started catching red fox. So I'm hoping those 2 red fox I caught were the ones causing problems. That way these traps can sit and maybe finally start picking up some coyotes. I got some new locations I'm going to be setting up in the next couple weeks, so stay tuned for that. I'm also going to start a new series called Uncommon Baits, where I'm going to see what I can catch on some just weird stuff that I've been trying. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. Consider subscribing. God bless, tight chains, and I'll see you on the next one.